Hello everybody. Today I'm going to take my Star Aloe, the Delta Rose. She's going to go outside for the summer. Now I had a previous video where I purchased this on the clearance rack. She's done real well inside, but now I want to put her outside. A real interesting looking aloe, very bumpy and alligator looking, but look how she looks after some nights outside where it's cool in the evening, hot through the day. Her colors are spectacular. She's stressed so much that she looks beautiful. Now I'm planning to put her in this Hypertufa dish, and it's got a drainage hole in it because since she's a succulent, she's definitely going to need a lot of drainage. And I'm making sure that the little hole is not plugged by any soil or any dirt or anything like that, but so it'll be freely draining. I'll stick the little piece of that's coffee filter because that works best for me. And now I'm proceeding to pop her out of her little dish she's in, because this Hypertufa dish I have is just roughly the same size. Might be a little bit bigger, but look at these roots. That is way too much for her to go into that very, very small dish. So I think I'm going to have to come up with another plan. I don't think she'd grow well if I really tried to smash her down into that small dish. So we need a new plan, so let's see what we can do. So instead of the little Hypertufa, I'm going to use this large ceramic dish that I have. It's got a hole in the bottom, has drainage, got my coffee filter. So we're going to try it in here, and we're going to plant with a lot of other succulents that I have available, just so I can have a big multi-arrangement. Now I've got 3 of these, and I'm not real sure what it is. I think it's a Mexican snowball, an Echeveria elegans. Not real sure. I've got 3 of them, and I've had them all through the winter season. And they are a little stretched out and kind of, we'll call them tall, but I'm not going to behead them or anything like that. I'm just going to go ahead and put them in for kind of a different look altogether. So I've got my succulent soil mixed up. I can reference my old video where I mixed up my succulent soil so you can see what I use. And I'll just put in some of the soil from the original pots, and I'll pull off the little dried up bottom petals, and we're just going to stuff them right in along with the others. Now I don't know if this is a good practice or not a good practice, but I think if I use some of the soil that it's already been growing in, that helps it to the plant that I'm planting together. It helps it adjust to the new soil because it's got part of its old soil in there, if that makes any sense at all. So that's why I'm dumping the soil from these other pots in. So you can see how that's a little elongated. But I think these are real cute and have a real pretty blue-green color, and they'll go well with that bright orange or peachy colored Star Aloe. So here goes the extra soil. We'll just scrape it and make sure we get it all. Get it into the pot. It looks like I still may not have enough, so let me get some more that's got a lot of the chicken grit mixed in, and pour it a little bit more full. Now this is rich soil, but well-draining soil. It has a lot of that grit in it, perlite, etc., so that when you water it, it'll just go right down through. So here goes the Star Aloe. I'll loosen its roots just a little bit because I don't want them to continue growing in a circle. I'd like them to reach down through here. And I would say ordinarily a plant needs to be just repotted into something that's only a little bit bigger, but I'm hoping to offset that by putting it in with a lot of other plants. So here goes. Got it well tapped in. I think it's in there pretty solid. So now I'll go ahead with the snowballs and put those in. And I'm just going to put those in sort of together. They are strange looking with that tallness where they've stretched out. I think maybe they were shaded from light by some of the bigger plants over the winter, but they still look good. So we'll just tuck those down in and try to make a nice arrangement. Now, I don't typically put a lot of them together in the same dish, especially the indoor type plants. And these here in Ohio will be indoor succulents, but I want them to spend the summer outside and see how that works for me. I've got to do something to reduce the amount of pots that I have to put on shelves over the winter time. Now, in some of my future videos, you're going to see some future changes that are coming about. I may be relocating a whole lot of these plants into another area, but we'll see about that. Not making any announcements or anything yet, but if you watch my videos regularly, you'll find out. Now the next one that I'm going to put in, I'm not real sure what this is. I think it might be a Crassula tetragona, a miniature pine tree. I just found these in a little set of 4. I think they were real cheap, like $1.88 or something for 4 of them. So I'm going to put a couple in this pot just for the added bright color to contrast with the orange aloe. And I'm sure the orangeness will come and go as it, exists out on the patio deck. And needs a little something else for, let me grab some Angelina. Now I just snipped that off, right off the plant, and I'm just sticking it down in there. And this is a few days later. It's kind of in the pale morning sunlight, but you can see how pretty it is. I think it looks really good. I'm real proud of that arrangement. So she's going to be out here on the deck through the summer until she's relocated to a new place to grow. But we'll talk more about that later. I have a lot of excitement coming this summer. See you next video, and thank you for joining me.